All right, guys, welcome back to another review. I don't have the best lighting today, just disclaimer, sorry about that. This is the best place I can review currently. So here it is. It's another review from Lawson's Finest Liquids, part of my beer haul from Colorado. This is the Little Sip IPA. So I had Sip of Sunshine before, but it was many, many years ago. Didn't remember it. Gave an honest review about it. It did kind of underwhelm me a little bit, just being completely honest with you guys by today's standards. But I have never had the Little Sip. Don't know how long this one's been out, but it is the little cousin, if you will, to Sip of Sunshine. So our little cousin to Sip of Sunshine IPA is juicy, fruit-forward character layered with tropical hop flavors. Bright floral aromas, notes of grapefruit, pineapple complement this delectably balanced beer. So we have a beer clocking in at, where are we at? Okay, I love when it's like okay, right there, 6.2%. So Sip of Sunshine was 8%. This is 6.2. Really, I like this range of alcohol content. Makes for easy sipping, in my opinion. And we will check this out and give an honest review once again of what I think about Little Sip, guys. Canned on August 13th. So again, about 40 days old, time of recording. It's the 23rd of September. The good part about this review is I just had the Sip of Sunshine, so this will be a good comparison because it's fresh in my mind. We'll see if this one's just as good. Is it worse, better? I'll decide here today. So let's go for a pour, guys. Again, a part of the beer haul from Colorado. Really good options over there. Was thrilled to have the beer that I have, guys, in my possession. So as we pour it, again, maybe not as dense, but similar color. We have this like dark orange amber hybrid in the glass, but it looks really good. Looks a little bit lighter. Didn't pour as heavy, so I like the way this looks so far. Let's get an aroma. Yeah, I mean, it smells kind of the same. Maybe a little bit less bright, a little bit less juicy fruits, but not by a lot. I'd say the maltier complex of this beer is kind of showing itself. There's this doughy kind of floral viscosity to this in the nose, if that makes any sense. A little bit of orange marmalade, a little bit of like that candied, zesty grapefruit. Again, like really dry tropical notes. Like, they're not juicy. This is not a super juicy beer, in my opinion, by today's standards. It just smells really good, well balanced, hoppy and grassy at the same time. The malt level is just kind of driven into the medium in between those things. Let's go for it. Little Sip IPA. Cheers. Lawson's Finest. Let's go. Still hoppy. Off the first impression, off the rip, it is more watered down through the middle, so you're lacking a little bit more of the complexity and layers in the other beer. This is drinking a little bit easier on the palate. It sat out for a couple minutes, but not very long. I don't see any big hints of the body being overwhelming, such as the alcohol content showing itself. It's really not, but you can tell it's still a hopped up beer. Very West Coast finish, in my opinion. Still dry. Pine resin for days. It's grassy. And again, like this zesty grapefruit, orange marmalade, toned down, not very sugary, not very super bright, but that malt kind of alleviating all the brightness from the fruits. And then again, the dry bittering on the back end, just kind of playing with the malt and the sweetness, really balancing it out. And it goes more from sweet to dry. It goes way too dry, actually. It doesn't even come close to being like, oh, this is a very overwhelming sweet beer. It's not. The honey malt does show, and a little bit of this like floral graininess to this beer. It's got this like grainy malt forwardness, a little bit of honey, a little bit of play there. But again, really dry, way more bitter and dry than I would have expected for Lawson's Finest. For whatever reason, I remembered this beer, or its older brother, if you will, being this like New England style crazy juicy ridiculous beer, but by today's standards, guys, it's just like a hybrid. Again, this is like a sessionable IPA, which it states that, I believe, but it's just not what I expected, from a memory of the infamous Sip of Sunshine. So this reminds me a lot of Black Rocks from Marquette Nordsky. So some of you who might be from Michigan, just know that I had Nordsky recently. And it really reminds me of that. It's dry and bitter on the back end. Really, this pine resin is just overwhelmingly taking over the palate in a good way, getting rid of any sweetness that was. Crazy good drinkability. Not as watered down as my first sip, but again, I'm comparing that to the one I just had, which was its older brother. It's not that it's lacking layers, it just has a little bit less body, a little bit more drinkability. I like this beer. I might actually like it a little bit more than Sip of Sunshine, again, because the drinkability is higher. That matters to me. There is a little bit less body and layers of complexity, but it's not a bad thing. It makes it for better drinkability, in my opinion. So the floral kicking me a little bit. The zesty grapefruit is there. This like dry, underripe pineapple is there. Maybe skin of a peach in there as well. Yeah. Maybe a little like juicy fruit gum. But that goes. Again, this grassy pine resin for days and days and days. It's a really good beer. Again, I think the greatest comparison I have in my mind that's fresh, like I just had this, was Black Rock's Nord Sky. And it's oddly close and similar, in my opinion, and I really love that beer. So is this a great beer? Borderline. It's borderline great. The drinkability, the various fruits in here are very nice. And again, it's dry and drinkable. I like that. So where do I put this beer? I like it. I do like this beer. But even by 2024 standards, it is very good. But it's not going to like blow your socks off, right? Like 2024, if you're looking for like a West Coast sessionable IPA, that's what this is, in my opinion. I thought, again, maybe more East Coast rooted. I thought this would have more of the juicy, crazy New England style, but that's apparently not what this beer ever was, or its older brother was. And I'm fine with that. I just didn't really pay attention to that or know it. I've never had this, but I really like it. I'm going to go 4.2 out of 5. I think this is very good. The balance and drinkability is on point, and it does have those reminiscent qualities of its older brother, Sip of Sunshine, which I think I like this more because of drinkability, guys. So that's where I'm going to stand. 4.2 out of 5. It's been Lawson's Finest Liquid, the Little Sip IPA. Until next time, guys, cheers, pros, yamas, have a good beer.